guys, and welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Promeet, and today what we are driving is the Toyota Hilux. Now this is not a new vehicle, but this is the black edition of the Hilux. Well, if you talk about price, 37.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom is what you have to pay for this, and mechanically there are no changes done to this vehicle. However, there are some cosmetic updates to it from the outside and on the inside as well. So in this video it's going to be a POV format, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the black edition of the Toyota Hilux. So let's quickly begin this video. So that is how the key of the Hilux looks like. It's a basic key. You have a lock and unlock button, that's about it. Well, now let us check out the car from the front. Well, you can see everything is kind of blacked out, and that is because this has been stuck over this chrome part. So obviously you get this kit where you can just stick it over the chrome, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Well, however, you have some amount of chrome also present on the side around the headlights. It's a full LED headlight, and if you see over here, you get these fog lamps right over here. Everything is finished in black. Looks absolutely fantastic from the front. If you move to the side over here, then you will notice that you get these 18-inch blacked out alloy wheels, and they look nice. Goes overall well with the car size. Again, side you have these body cladding. You have the Hilux badging right over here. Blacked out ORVM with integrated indicator. Some amount of chrome that you get over here from the side is on this window line. Apart from that, on the roof there are no roof rails, and you got a shark fin antenna right over there. That is how the car looks like from the side. And if we move to the back, this is the flatbed, obviously, and you have this additional accessory that you can purchase from the dealership. And obviously this has something written over here. Well, this says this accessory is not a security element against vehicle rolling. This accessory is only for decorative purpose. So please don't think that this is a roll cage and this will save you if the vehicle topples over. That is just a decorative purpose. Now if you move to the back, nothing has changed. You get the Hilux badging right over there, the big Toyota lettering over here, and the Toyota badge over here. Tail lights again remain the same. You have the halogen and LED combination over here, and you can see that the bumper is also finished in black, and this is a metal bumper. You have parking sensors, as you can see over here, and this is the parking camera right over here on the door. Let's open this. Opens very softly, and that is because of these hydraulic struts. You have these metal wires that if you climb on this, sit on this, or keep some load, you will not face an issue. This will not break off. So that is how the bed looks like. You have the Toyota logo right in the front, and there you go. So one thing that really bothers me is that this should have had a lock, because initially when you lock the car, let me just lock the car for you. There you go. Car is locked now. Once the car is locked, still you are being able to open and close this. Now that should have had some kind of security thing where the car is locked, that thing will also be locked. However, moving on to this, you have this thing that is stuck on the tank cap that says Hilux written over here, and those are the wheels. Okay, you can see the vehicle from this side. That is how it looks like with the blacked out wheels. Looks absolutely fantastic, especially with that element that you have over there that has Hilux written, if you can notice. Car looks nice. Well, overall the car does not come with that. You have to get it through a dealership. So once you're at a dealership, you can buy that from the dealership as well. And yes, that is how the blacked out edition of the Toyota Hilux looks like from the outside. Now let us quickly go on the inside. Let us unlock the car, start from the rear section, and that is how the rear section looks like. You have 3 adjustable headrests. However, headrest is very narrow, and this seat is kind of very upright. It does not go back, it does not move much. So your armrest with 2 cup holders. That is your AC vent. No charging sockets at the back. Well, you have some hooks over here to hang something if you feel like. No rear defogger. That's again a miss from this, and you have some hooks over here as well. Door panel, again you don't get soft touch material over here, you get soft touch material over here. chrome elements, speakers, bottle holders, and that's about it. That's your shark fin antenna, where you can see that the B pillar is also finished in this blacked out element, which actually looks nice. It is not in matte, and that is how the front end looks like. Typical thing, typical Toyota things going on. There you go, you have the DPF warning or the label that comes over here. You can just take it off. So you get soft touch materials on the pads over here where you can keep your elbow, but you don't get soft touch materials over here. That's your tweeter. Speaker. Sound system is not that good. I mean, if you're buying this car, you definitely need to upgrade the sound system. Seats are basic. All blacked out interiors are coming on the inside as well. There's your armrest, again soft touch material over here, and if you open this, you have some storage right over there. Soft touch material is not present on the dashboard. Well, that is how the dashboard looks like. You have some chrome elements. That's your touch screen, very basic touch screen. Let me just switch on the vehicle once again. Gets a keyless start. That's your start stop button, and that's how the car comes to life. Well, you have an MID screen. That's sort of a colored screen, and there you have your Hilux logo right over there. Yeah, that's your screen. Gives you a safety warning before you take off. Typical digital Toyota clock, has been there forever. Looks kind of good. Again, you will notice that no soft touch materials over here. That's your airbag sign for your rear passengers, and this is for the front passenger. If you want to switch off, if you have a baby, if you're carrying the baby over here, and if you want to switch off the airbag, you can switch it off from there, and this thing will turn red. Dual zone climate control right over here. There you can see you have a dual zone climate control. Very basic features over here. Then you have your charging sockets where you have a 12 volt. Then you have a USB type A. That's your terrain mode. There you can see that's your terrain mode. That's your basically your diff lock, and that is your traction control. Well, you have one more 12 volt socket over here. So two 12 volt sockets are over here. Screen is simple. There is no Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You have to connect a wireless device to use Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. That's your steering wheel, not a flat bottom steering wheel. Steering mounted controls. This is for your infotainment system, and this is to scroll through this MID screen. There you can see tachometer on the left hand side, and there's your speedometer, says about 200. That's about it. Auto dimming, IRVM, sunglass holder, vanity mirror for the passenger but no vanity mirror for the driver. Lights over here are halogen, and same over here. The rear space is a little less because the bed takes up half of the space at the back, but this is how the interiors look like, and this comes with this automatic gearbox, the 6-speed torque converter gearbox. Storage space is some storage space over here to keep your phone, and again you have storage space over here. A manual handbrake, and these are your two buttons for the eco and power mode. You obviously have normal mode. So right now, if you see over here, it says eco. If I press eco once again, it goes to normal, and there you have your power mode. So if you switch to eco, this thing turns blue, and if you switch to power, that thing turns red, and if you go to normal, that thing blacks out like this. So those are the interiors. Now let's quickly drive this car. Well, there are not many changes done to it mechanically as well, so let's quickly drive this car and tell you about the engine on the Hilux. So now let's quickly buckle up, and we're gonna take the Hilux for a spin. Automatic gearbox, here you go. Put it in D, and if you move it this side, well, obviously the gearbox shifts to S mode. That means it holds the gear a little bit longer. So little bit of the engine specifications on the Hilux. So this is powered by the same 2.8 liter turbo diesel engine that pumps out 204 PS of power and 500 Nm of peak torque, and it comes mated to this 6-speed torque converter gearbox, which is absolutely a joy. It is a fantastic gearbox, effortless gearbox, and if you're doing triple digit speeds as well, you are cruising at a very low RPM. Very reliable engine. If you talk about fuel efficiency, somewhere between 11 to 12 is what you can get within the city. On the highway, if you use cruise control that this car has, which is right over here, if you see, so if you use cruise control, where 14 to 15 is what you can achieve by cruising at about 100 kilometers an hour. And if I just put on the power mode, that is your sport mode, well, obviously it changes the throttle response of the car. And right now we are doing speeds of about 70 kilometers an hour, and let the traffic just clear out a little bit, and then I'll show you what kind of acceleration does this car have with 500 Nm of peak torque and made it to the 6-speed gearbox. Okay, let's go. There you go, revving all the way up to 4000 RPM, which is the red line. We've already crossed 120, so I'll be slowing down, but no problem. Overtakes, not a problem. Anyway, people who are seeing you from the rearview mirror will obviously move out, because it is a very massive vehicle and the road presence is just awesome. And no matter what speed you are in, the amount of torque this has, you just need to floor it and it will keep going. Brakes are also really nice for a car this size. It will stop you, but you need to be a little careful if you have to do some sudden braking, because this has a lot of weight in it. So yeah guys, this was the all new Toyota Hilux Black Edition. Well, no mechanical updates, as I mentioned. You only have cosmetic updates, and this is looking very nice. The all blacked out features with this car is actually making this car look a real gangster on the road, and because of the road presence and the front fascia that is all blacked out, people actually do move out of the way. So I hope you like this video. If you liked it, do give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. If you have anything to ask about the Hilux, well, obviously, as I mentioned again, no mechanical changes done to the car, is just cosmetic changes. If you have any questions, do mention it down in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. I'm Pramit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.